Hey everybody, what is up? So recently Asiansleepy released this new community question number 21. How important is story in the games that you play? Obviously, because I'm a big RPG fan, story is one of the most important things, because if it doesn't have a great story, it's not going to work for not only the game, but how much it holds my interest. For example, Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. Thank you, Mike, for talking about the game. I appreciate it. It has a great story, and the thing about it is as everything progresses, you learn more not only about the world around you, what's happened, but also in terms of your characters, what exactly is up with them. Because you start as a mutant pig and duck, and the question, why are we the only ones around here? All this stuff, and so as time goes by through the game, you start learning, like I said, about everything around you, but you start finding clues as to the past. And there are kind of, the discussions with the elder of the community you're in kind of helps with that as well. Now, for example, fighting games. I just like to go and beat stuff up. I don't care about a story. I know I probably shouldn't say that, but it's the truth. Unless there is something kind of like that tells a story about, maybe it's the person you're playing, different stuff like that. And, sorry, but I saw something outside the window for a moment. This is the cat moving around. But, yeah, there's another cat in the house. She's the one, yeah. Sorry for this cat distraction. It has to have a good story to hold me. Mortal Kombat, I get it. You have to go through all this stuff. Twisted Metal. I've kind of played the PS1 version. I think on PSP. Was there another one? I can't remember. But I kind of went through the other games, and I kind of wanted to see, what was the end result of, who won the game, and what their particular wish was. Just, curiosity. It wouldn't, something like that, you play as multiple characters, but you don't know what it is, and you're basically supposed to win this tournament to meet this guy and get a wish. That didn't, the stories are interesting to see, but to me, it isn't a whole, progression of it. You just go around, that's your end goal. So that's the only reason you have to play. If there was more of a story behind it, I could see it. Games that have multiple endings, the story is a good thing, because when you have to go through and do different stuff, even if it's a minor quest, that adds to the story. Lacrimosa of Donna, for example, to get the good ending, you have to get so much of what are called reputation points type thing. Yeah, reputation points, or whatever it's called. Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, just a minute. Your reputation with everybody. And, trying to think of it. Brain's fried. Didn't sleep well, but still, nevertheless. Anyways, not editing this because I had a lot going on, and 10th time I filmed this. So yeah, Lacrimosa of Donna, the story progression you have with different characters, you learn about why they were on the ship that you were on originally, and what happened with them. So knowing those stories is a good thing, because ultimately it helps you kind of interact with them in a way that allows for them to do stuff for you that helps you out. And so, for example, if somebody may cook certain meals that may give you health, and that you may have somebody that makes different items. There's just a lot of different stuff. We have somebody who can make armor or whatever. So meeting those people and doing stuff that allows for the story progression is a really good thing. Some of the story is kind of odd, in my opinion, but also, there's one person, if you have to play the beta version, you don't help them all the way, that's fine. The way their story progressed was I messed up, and I didn't get what was needed to fully get everything from them. But in the end, it was just one of those things like, well, if I ever go back and play the game, I know what I need to do. And when you have multiple endings, you do want to go back and find all that stuff. It's not like a linear game where you just go through and you're like, oh man, I didn't go see the old man at the tavern and 5 towns over. Now I'm going to spend an hour getting back there because I didn't save. Yeah, it can happen. One little question, you're screwed until you finish everything. It's the truth sometimes. Avalon Code. I've tried playing this on the DS. The basics is that you go around. The world's ending. They tell you this right away. The world's ending. The new world is coming. You go around. You have to whack everything with this book to record stuff, and you can make changes to whatever's in the book if you want. And whatever the changes are supposed to go into the new world. Basically, we've seen it all before. Apocalypse, new beginning. SSDD for a lot of us. So, yeah, it's just the way it is. And it's frustrating because going around smacking things with a book, editing them, isn't fun after a while. You're just like, all I'm going to be doing in this game is fighting and whacking things with a book. Why did I buy this? Well, it's a different premise. So, yeah, there's reputation there that is good in theory, not good in practice all the time. I may go back and try to play more of it. Maybe I just didn't give enough of a chance. I don't know. Dungeon Makers, those are okay with story, but some of them don't work. I don't know what it is. There was one I played for the DS, I can't remember it now, where, what was it? Like you build this dungeon in order to get monsters drawn in, and you go and find them because there's apparently this king monster that you're supposed to fight. My file corrupted and I couldn't finish playing, which ticked me off because I was at almost to the point where I could fight that boss. Then you have this magical talking shovel, which is annoying. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, that's kind of the screwy thing. That was not a good one. I played it because capturing the monsters, figuring everything out, was interesting, but you also had to go through, it's like, oh, hey, this monster's attracted this particular attack room. Well, it cost me. That was just way too much grinding off, so it took me a long time to get to the end. Get to that final boss, which pissed me off, pardon my language. Nah, I don't care. Don't think any kids are going to watch this. But, yeah, it's just a really horrible experience. What else? There are puzzle games I've seen, like gem matching games and that, which have a story, and I'm going, this does not need a story of any kind. It really didn't. It's just like, oh, hey, it's like, you're going to save this kingdom by matching gems. It was fun doing the gem matching and that. The story, no. Like, yeah, I had fun defeating monsters using those. So, yeah, it is really important if the story doesn't work. The only other problem is sometimes you get a game with a really good story, but it doesn't play out the way it should. You may have bad controls or whatever, or something glitches where you can't finish a quest, so you have to start over. Especially some RPGs don't always have save points at certain places, so you have to go back to the save point, grind up again. That is the frustrating part. The other one that I don't know what it is just like Final Fantasy Tactics. While it had a good story to it, the frustrating thing for me was the job system. Basically, like, you would go in and you could send, like, certain, members of your party on quests and that. That was a little frustrating because you had to figure out, okay, who might I need to where I'm going to go next. Because if I don't clear this area, I don't get to progress to the next area. It's fun, but frustrating at the same time. The story didn't work because you had so much going on. Or you need gold in that to get supplies, so the next one, so you have this job system. It's, and Bravely Default kind of did that. You don't rent out your characters, but you have the job system. Basically, Final Fantasy started where you go from like, okay, you're Black Mage, and now you can progress to this and this and this, which is good. But the problem is you have to figure out which one do you want, which one do you not need. And for example, in Bravely Default, great story, but I messed up and I didn't find out about a job, like they call them jobs or whatever, this character class, that would have been more helpful, but I was so far into it, I'm going, I'm not going to go back and play it. Just good progression, job class system, whatever you want to call it, is not good in certain parts. Because you have to grind for those over and over, and if you miss one certain spot, you're SOL. Yeah, not happy about that. If you want to learn something new, and it could have helped, but whatever. So yeah, so that's just basically my take on story is important. Yes, it is important. It's just a matter of the type of game and how well it works. I just want to give kind of examples of how story works. Hope you don't mind, Sleepy, and how frustrating certain aspects of the story along with it goes. So everybody, I'll talk to you later. Take care.